Hi everyone, welcome back to my Salesforce CPQ tutorial series. My name is Ahmad Mansoor Bhatti, and I'm a certified Salesforce administrator with a background in management accounting and data analysis. In this series, I'm sharing practical, step-by-step guides to help you master Salesforce CPQ based on my hands-on experience working with the platform. This video is part of my ongoing effort to break down key concepts and features within Salesforce CPQ so you can apply them confidently in real-world scenarios. If you're finding this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's dive into today's topic. Hi everyone. In today's tutorial, we're going to customize the Salesforce CPQ quote template from scratch. Once we start making changes, all of the default information in the quote will disappear, so we'll need to bring everything back step by step. But before we dive into editing, let me first show you how the quote looks with all the default information. First, navigate to the Quotes tab in Salesforce. Then, select any existing quote. From the top menu, click Preview Document. Make sure that your desired quote template is selected and then click Preview from the top menu to view the quote in its default format. As you can see, this quote contains all the default elements with a professional-looking quote. Go to the Template Content tab and click New to create a new template content. Choose Template Top and provide the content name TSB Header. This will bring all the necessary information with object names and field API names mandatory to be shown on the quote. Click Save. After saving the new template content, link it to the template Small Business. Click Quote Template. Click Template with the name Template Small Business and then click Related. Click New to add a section. Name the section TSB Header Section. Choose the content TSB Header, our newly created template content, and set the display order to 10, which determines the section's appearance order. For the next section, use number 20. Once done, click Save. Go back to the quote template, click on the quote number, and then click Preview Document from the top menu. Click Preview, and you will see all the desired headers on the quote. You will also notice that only header is displaying while item details and terms and conditions disappeared from the quote, so we will need to bring all information on the quote from scratch. Navigate to the template content from the top menu. Once there, locate and click on New from the top menu to create a new template content. In the new form that appears, choose Template Bottom from the available options. And click Continue. This selection is important as it will allow you to add content specifically for the bottom of your quote. Next, give this section a name. Type in TSB Bottom Content. This name will help you identify this content later. By selecting Template Bottom, the system will automatically bring in the ready-made terms and conditions along with the signature block, which saves you time and ensures consistency. Click Save to store the TSB Bottom content. Click Quote Template and then choose the template we are working on. Look for the Related tab at the top of the page and click on it to access the related sections. Next, find the option to create New Section. Click on this to initiate the creation of a new section for your bottom content. In the dialog that appears, enter the name TSB Bottom Section for this new section. This will help you keep track of the content you're adding. Now, it's time to link your previously created TSB Bottom content to this section. In the section settings, locate the drop-down menu that allows you to select the content. Choose TSB Bottom Content from the list. To ensure this section appears in the correct order within the quote, set the display order value to 20. This ensures it will be positioned right after the header section. Once everything is in place, click Save to complete the connection of the bottom content with your quote template. Now that we've connected the bottom content to the quote template, let's see it in action. First, navigate to the Quotes tab in your Salesforce interface. Once you're in the quotes, click the quote you want to preview and select it. After the quote loads, look for the Preview Document button at the top of the page. Click on this button to begin the preview process. Once you've confirmed the template selection, click Preview Document. Make sure the right template is selected from the drop-down menu and then click Preview. Congratulations! You've successfully added the bottom content to your quote and can now see it in the preview. Now time to show the products on the quote. Click Quote Template Contents and click New from the top menu to create a new template content. In the new form that appears, choose line items from the available options and then click Continue. Name this section TSB Line Items Content to easily identify it later. This section will automatically pull in the line items associated with your quote, so there's no need to enter any content manually. After naming the section, click Save to store the TSB line items content. Next, return to the quote template screen. Click on the Related tab at the top of the page to access the related sections. Find the option to create new section and click on it. In the dialog box that appears, enter the name TSB line items section. Now, link your previously created TSB line items content to this section. In the section settings, locate the drop-down menu to select the content and choose TSB line items content from the list. To ensure this section appears in the correct order, set the order value to 15 so it appears after the header section. Once everything is set, click Save to complete the connection of the line items content with your quote template. Now you're ready to preview your quote with the newly added line items section included. Now that we've added the line items section to our quote template, let's preview the updated quote to see the changes. First, navigate to the Quotes tab in your Salesforce interface. Once you're in the Quotes section, click on the quote you want to preview and select it. After the quote loads, locate the Preview Document button at the top of the page and click on it to begin the preview process. Make sure the right template is selected from the drop-down menu. This should include both the bottom content and the line items we just added. Once you've confirmed the template selection, click Preview Document. Wait for the PDF to generate. Once it's ready, review the document to confirm that the line items, along with the bottom content and header, are all present in the quote. Congratulations! You've successfully added the line items to your quote. To add a logo to your quote template, start by clicking on your profile picture in the top right corner of the Salesforce interface. From the drop-down menu, select Switch to Salesforce Classic. Once you're in Salesforce Classic, look for the plus button on the top menu. Click it to reveal all available links, and then click on Documents. In the Documents section, click on New to create a new document. Fill out the form with the necessary information. Make sure to check the box labeled Externally Available Image. This ensures that your logo can be accessed externally. Next, click the Choose File button and browse your computer to select your logo image file. Once you've selected the file, click Save to upload the logo. After saving, go to your browser's address bar and double-click the logo ID. This will highlight the ID you need to copy. Now, switch back to Lightning Experience. Navigate to the Quote Template section and select the template you're working on. In the Details section of the quote template, paste the copied logo ID into the Logo Document ID text box. Once you've added the logo ID, your logo will be integrated into the quote template. Now that we've added the logo ID to the quote template, let's check the quote to see if the logo appears as expected. First, navigate back to the Quotes tab in your Salesforce interface. Locate the quote you want to check and click on it to open the quote details. Once the quote loads, look for the Preview Document button at the top of the page. Click on this button to start the preview process. Before generating the PDF, make sure that the correct template is selected from the drop-down menu, which should include the logo we just added. Click on Preview to view the quote. Wait for the document to load. Once the PDF is generated, review it to confirm that the logo is displayed correctly on the quote. Check its placement and visibility to ensure it aligns with your expectations. If everything looks good, congratulations! You've successfully added and verified the logo on your quote. The quote is in 2 pages, so let's narrow the page margins so our quote can be placed in 1 page. First, navigate to the Quote Template section in Salesforce. Select the template you are currently working on to edit it. Once the template loads, look for the page information on the Detail tab within the template editor. Click pencil icon and amend the top margin and bottom margin values from 1 to 0.5. Once you've made the adjustments, click Save to apply the changes to the template. After saving, navigate back to the Quotes tab and select the quote you want to preview. Click the Preview Document button. Make sure the right template is chosen from the drop-down menu, so click Preview button from the top menu. Wait for the quote document to load, and now the quote is loaded as a one-page document. Let's increase the part hashtag column and reduce the description column on the products so all text will fit into the columns. First, navigate to the quote template in Salesforce and select the template you are working on. This will take you to the template editing interface. Once the template loads, click the Related tab located near the top of the page. After clicking the Related tab, scroll down to locate the line columns within the template editor. This section displays the columns for part hashtag, description, and other item details associated with the quote. To increase the width of the part hashtag column, locate the part hashtag header at the top of the column. Click on the header to select it, and you should see an option to adjust the width. Change the width from 10 to 20. This effectively doubles the width, allowing the part hashtag text to fit easily without being cut off. After making this adjustment, click Save to apply the changes. Next, we will decrease the width of the description column. To do this, click the Go Back button on your browser to return to the previous settings. Once back, find the description header and click on it to select it. Adjust the width of the description column from 50 to 40 to make it narrower. Again, click Save once you've made this adjustment to ensure your changes are saved. Now, navigate back to the Quotes tab in the Salesforce interface. From here, select the quote you want to preview. Click the Preview Document button, and then select Preview on the right side of the screen to generate the PDF. Verify that the part hashtag column is wider and the description column is narrower, ensuring a clear and organized layout for your quote. Let's begin by adding the word quotation above the quote number and making it slightly smaller and bold, so it fits the desired format. First, locate the template content from the top menu in Salesforce. This is where you'll find all the editable sections of your quote template. Once you've clicked on template content, search for the section called TSB header, which is part of the header that we are working on. Click on TSB header, and then click the Edit button to open up the template for formatting changes. The Edit button will allow us to modify how the quotation text appears on the quote. Now, you may notice that the word quotation seems to be floating above the quote, not aligned properly with other elements. To adjust this and give it a proper place, we'll insert a row above the quote number field. Right-click directly on the quote number field, which is already on the template. A menu will appear. Hover your mouse over the option that says Row. This will reveal another menu, called a Cascade menu. In this new menu, find the option Insert Row before and click it. At this point, you'll see that a new row has been inserted above the quote number field. However, this row will have two columns by default. We want this to be a single column, so we'll need to merge these two columns together. To do this, click and drag your mouse to select both columns. Once both columns are highlighted, right-click again, hover over cell this time, and in the Cascade menu, choose Merge Cells. This will combine the two columns into one single column, where we will place the word quotation. Next, let's move the word quotation into the newly created row. Highlight the word quotation by clicking and dragging your mouse over it. Once it's selected, either press Ctrl+X to cut the word or right-click on it and choose Cut. Now, move your cursor to the new single-column row and paste the word quotation by pressing Ctrl+V or right-clicking and selecting Paste. Now that we've positioned quotation in the right place, we can focus on styling the text to match the quote's design. First, select the word quotation again by highlighting it. In the top menu, look for the font options. Change the font to Helvetica, a standard and professional font choice. Now, adjust the font size, set it to 18. This will make the text slightly smaller than the default, but still visible and fitting the design. Next, We want to make the text bold, so click the bold icon in the top menu, or press Ctrl+B to apply bold formatting. To finish the styling, we'll also center align the word quotation. In the alignment options in the top menu, click the Center Align button to make sure the word is perfectly aligned in the middle of the row. Once the text is formatted, we'll need to save the changes we've made. Click the Save button to apply everything. After saving, the page will refresh, and we'll need to make additional changes to the background color of the row. To continue, click the Edit button once again to re-enter the template editor. Now, we want to set a background color for the row where quotation is placed. Right-click inside the cell that contains the word quotation. From the menu that appears, hover over Cell again, and in the Cascade menu, click on Cell Properties. A new window will open where you can modify the cell's properties. In this window, look for the option called Background Color and click on it. From the color palette that appears, select a color shade that fits your company's branding. If you have a specific hex code for your brand's color, you can paste it into the text box provided for the background color. Once you've selected or entered the color, click OK to apply the background color to the row. Sometimes, the page may freeze or lag after applying the background color. If this happens, refresh the page and click Edit again. Then right-click the cell, go to Cell Properties, and paste the hex code once more if needed. Once you've reapplied the changes, click Save to finalize them. Now that all the formatting adjustments have been made, click Save one last time to ensure everything is properly saved in the template. To view how these changes look in your quote, we'll need to navigate back to the Quote Template page. Click on the Quote Template tab to return to the list of quotes. From the list, select the specific quote you want to preview. Once the quote has loaded, look for the Document Preview button at the top of the page. This button generates a PDF version of the quote, showing all of the changes we just made. Before clicking Preview Document, ensure that the correct template is selected from the drop-down menu. This will ensure the correct formatting, including the changes to the quotation text, is applied. After confirming the right template, click Preview Document. The system will generate a PDF, and you'll be able to see the word quotation properly formatted above the quote number with the new background color and font style. Congratulations! You've successfully adjusted the quote template to match your company's branding and made quotation stand out in the header. Now, let's add our terms and conditions to the quote template. Since we already created the quote bottom content earlier, which is connected to our template, we can directly paste the terms into the designated text box. Begin by navigating to the quote template in Salesforce. Select the template you are currently working on. Once the template loads, look for the text box Terms and Conditions and click the pencil icon next to it and paste your company terms and conditions. Click Save to save the updated information. Click the Quote tab from the top menu and click the desired quote. Once quote loads, look for the Preview Document button at the top of the page. Click on this button to initiate the preview process. Make sure to select the correct template name from the drop-down menu to ensure that your recent changes are applied. Once confirmed, click the Preview button. This will generate the PDF preview of your quote. Here, you will be able to see the terms and conditions that we just added at the bottom of the quote. Take a moment to review the document to ensure everything is formatted correctly and appears as intended. Congratulations! You've successfully added terms and conditions to your quote template and can now view them in the preview. Let's add a watermark ID to the quote template, which will be visible until the quote is finally approved. First, navigate to Quote Templates from the top menu in Salesforce. Once you're there, look for the template Small Business from the filtered list and click on it to open. In the Details tab at the top section, you will find a field called Watermark ID. This is where we'll enter the watermark image's ID. Since Salesforce already has the watermark image uploaded as a draft watermark picture, we don't need to upload anything new. All we need is the ID of the draft watermark. To get the ID, go to the top right corner of the screen and click on your profile icon. Right-click on the option Switch to Salesforce Classic, and from the menu that appears, select Open Link in New tab. This will allow you to switch to Salesforce Classic in a separate tab without navigating away from your current page. Click on the New tab where Salesforce Classic is open. Next, click the plus button to view all available links in Salesforce Classic. Scroll through the list and find the option Documents, then click on it. In the Documents section, use the search bar to find the document by typing Watermark. Once you see the draft watermark picture appear in the filtered list, click View to open the image. Now, to get the ID for the watermark, look at the URL in your browser's address bar. The ID is the long string of numbers and letters in the URL. Double-click the ID in the address bar to highlight it, then right-click and choose Copy. Once the ID is copied, return to the Template Small Business tab in your browser, which should still be open. On the Quote Template page, locate the Watermark ID field. Click the pencil icon next to it to make it editable. Then, paste the copied Watermark ID into the Watermark ID field and save your changes. Now, let's apply the watermark to an actual quote. Click on Quotes from the main menu and select any quote you want to test with the watermark, for example, quote Q00100. Scroll down to the quote section and look for the option Watermark shown. Click the pencil icon next to it, and then check the checkbox to ensure the watermark will be shown on the document. Once you've done that, click Save. To see the watermark on the quote, click Preview Document from the top menu. In the preview settings, make sure you have selected the correct template that includes the watermark, for example, Template Small Business. Once confirmed, click Preview at the top. Salesforce will generate the quote document for preview. After a few seconds, you will see the watermark applied to the quote. If everything looks good, your watermark is successfully added to the template.